Hi everyone, hi, I'm Rock, and today's video doing a live stream. As you can see in the title, it's titled "Clones um, Ruining the Hobby." Let's discuss. But before I get into that, just wanted to give you guys a quick update on what's going on the R Rock RC channel. Uh, so first thing first, I went ahead and bought me a USB microphone. So hopefully the hopefully the audio is a lot better. I know it's not perfect, but trying my best. Hopefully you can understand me. The words that coming out of my mouth. Then hopefully you folks joined me in my live stream yesterday on Twitch, on my Twitch channel, @Epidemic. I did a live build on the Capo Ace 1 Rock Racer buggy. So that was pretty interesting. It took me about less than 2 hours to do this right here. So basically, it's a 2-speed transmission. Installed a Rock 412 brushless quad motor from Tiken by Tiken, and this is a 3100 kV motor. So this is pretty much an up close view of the transmission case. So this is the transfer case, which just goes to the front wheels, and you connect the rear axles of wheels here. Then you have the where is it? Okay, so and this is right here. You connect the servo to control, change gears, first gear and second gear, either crawler mode or racer mode. I think this is, not too sure which one is which, but I think N is crawler mode or lower gear. Yeah, it's lower, so crawler mode, and then if you want to go faster, put this there. You get more speed. You're racing out there. Then you have the spur gear with the clutch. So but yeah, about an hour and a half to finish this transmission. Haywood Jablome. RC is dead. Live stream something relevant. So what is relevant? Well, we could discuss what's happening in the real world out there, like COVID-19. Pretty much the whole United States is locked down. Everybody's stuck in their home. I didn't say it, but I know I told a lot of people that this is like a critical week. I think a lot of you probably see a lot of people become impatient, restless, being cramped up, staying home for I don't know, almost a month. That can drive a person really insane. Very insane. Very insane. Hey, I did get a lot of views on my Twitch stream channel yesterday, which is pretty cool. I think that's the most views I got on my Twitch channel so far. I've only been doing it for about less than a month. Not too bad. Pretty cool. Ecstatic Death. Thank you for joining the chat. Jesse Green, no, keep going. Awesome content. I guess. And life, you can never make people happy. You just do what you best you can do. So yeah, I think I'm probably live stream at Cape Ace One build next week Tuesday. I'm gonna do it earlier than the last stream. Probably do it at 9 a.m. And next week Tuesday at 9 a.m. Hawaii Pacific Standard Time. So if you're on the West Coast, it's gonna be like 12 noon. On the East Coast, it's gonna be 3 o'clock in the afternoon. If you're in the Asian countries, that's probably gonna be 3 a.m. And I think in the European countries, most parts in the European country, it's gonna be about 10 o'clock at night. Ecstatic Death. I'm looking at 110 crawlers and scale trail trucks. RC is very much alive. Yes. So far, so good. I think clones are like, I think like in RC scale or crawlers, it hasn't affected too much on that part of the industry. I think mostly clones affect FPV drone racing, and you see more clones out there in regards to mostly frames. But like clones is like PCs, right? Personal computers, desktops. They're actually all the same. They just put a different brand on it, different brand name on it. It's like clones. But in clones, FPV drone racing, I think the quality, the cheaper it is, the quality suffers. So like in frames, if you buy a cheap frame, it's more accessible, right? Easier to break in a crash than is a higher quality, more expensive frame. That's my opinion. Yeah, I think the scales and crawlers are, it's going pretty strong. Actually, I think that's where you see more growth. Scale and crawling RCs. Dashing is always popular. I think a lot of people they like the nitros and the gas RCs racing. Yeah, for me, I started. Yeah, I started my YouTube channel on Scale RC. It was the Tamiya Toyota Tundra. Yeah, it's funny because when I first started YouTube, I just wanted to do run videos. Never expected to get in front of the camera, and here I am in front of the camera. Love that Tundra. Let's see how much more people I can see join the chat. Matt. Hey, cool. Okay. Oh. Trying to keep cool here. Oh. In referring back to this transmission, this level of difficulty building this transmission, I would say I would give it an 8. The only gripe I have is, and not only just with Capo, but with all kit builds, is trying to look for all the parts in the kit. Yeah, I don't understand why like manufacturers, they can't put like everything in just one package or one bag, and right there, voila. Like say if you're building this transmission, you just put everything in one bag, all the parts you need, and You don't have to go, going Easter egg hunting for parts. That just looking for parts. I think you can cut down about 30 minutes on just a build alone. That's a lot if you do it by sections. Yeah, I think I could have built this transmission in less than an hour if I didn't have to look for parts, look for certain screws, certain size. Yeah. I enjoyed the build. This is my second transmission building, and I had a lot of fun. Like I said, it wasn't that difficult. The only difficult part was looking for the parts. Other than that, the instructions is pretty much spot on. I had to make sure I had all the parts in the right way, especially when you're building a transmission, because the gears are so similar. You have to make sure you put the gears in the right way. But it looks like things are going pretty, gears look like they're running smooth. I'm able to shift the gears. So RC Ridgecrest, what's up? What's up, RC Ridgecrest? Hope everything's fine in your neighborhood. Thank you for joining the chat. I'm not dead, I'm right here. Glad to know you're still alive. So looking ahead, the next phase of my Cape Waste One build will be I'm gonna be assembling the links, the 4-link suspension onto the axles, and be installing the steering servo. And it's the Commander 2 is what Cape was calling it. Something pretty cool about the steering on this Capo build, this Capo Ace One, is that you don't use servo horns, you use cables. So you see it right here. That's the install. So that's the servo horn that you install in your servo with wires that you use. Then you use heat shrink tubing, cover the wires, and as you can see right here on the bottom right of the screen, you light it up, shrink the heat shrink tubing onto the cable, and hopefully you end up with this. So you should have something look like this at the end of the assembly. But this is what I'm looking at on the next build assembly. The links. Then hopefully this probably be the last step. Probably go all the way up to here on the next build where you install the seats. So installing 2 servos, 1 transmission, and 2 axles. Use a flamethrower on them tubing. I sure will. I have one. Benzoil. But I just wanted to thank all the people that joined in this chat. Pretty cool. Ecstatic Death. The satisfaction of finishing a build is what it's about for me. I haven't built anything lately though. But maybe one day you'll get a kit out there. I think the Axios has come out with the SCX 10.3 Jeep. That looks like a pretty cool build. What I'm probably gonna do is, because when I when I dug into my storage, found a lot of old RC frames and gave me an idea to build to rebuild one of my RC frames. I think it's the XCX 10.2 frame that I want to build and make it look super scale and put myself on a budget. You know what I should do with old batteries? What you should do with old batteries? You're welcome, Gummy. Depends what kind of batteries. Lipo or nickel metal hydride. Actually, I wanted to do an RC podcast. What do you folks think? That'd be a cool idea. Do an RC podcast, get people to join in on the podcast live, some little chit chat. Probably somebody already is doing it, right? Oh. Well, I think with Lipo batteries, if it starts to puff, I wouldn't recommend run those batteries, because with Lipos the cells go bad when you like I say, when you run the voltage very low. Like say if you go below 3.3 on each cell, they'll tend to puff and the cells go bad. And then what will end up happening with those Lipo batteries when the cells go bad, they'll do voltage spikes, unnecessary voltage spikes, and they may overload your electronics and blow your ESC or something, or blow the capacitors on your ESCs, and then that will cost you. ESCs, they run about 50 to over 100, over about at least $50 or more. So I don't recommend running Lipo batteries if they puff. And there's no way to determine if the cells are bad. The only way you can determine if the cells are bad if it's real puffy. Especially if you ran a Lipo battery and you ran it completely dead, you just screwed your Lipo. So you don't want to run your Lipo batteries completely dead, because that's pretty much your Lipo is a goner. I'm pretty sure it's gonna puff, and then if what you want to do is you want to always, if after you run your Lipos, you want to recharge them and keep the voltage up above 3.5. And if your Lipo battery charger can put it into storage mode, definitely want to put it in storage mode. That way you preserve your Lipo battery for a long time. As far as the nickel metal hydride, they're pretty much you can run those dead. They'll be fine. Even keep recharging. But with all batteries, even like the car battery in your automobile, your actual automobile, if you run your car, even if you have a brand new car battery and you run that dead, you just ruin your car battery and you have to replace it. You just shorten the lifespan of your battery. So you don't want to completely run your batteries, no matter what battery is. The Lipos, nickel metal hydride, or even your car battery itself. You don't want to run your battery dead, you want to make sure keep it a certain voltage. That way you know preserve your battery and your battery lasts longer. I have the original AX10 Scorpion kit crawler. The podcast would be lit. Yeah, definitely looking into that. Oh yeah, the Scorpion. That was a pretty cool RC back then. I don't. Yeah, if you especially on a Lipo battery, if you keep running it and your RC just just dies, and the battery. I mean, the battery just dies and your RC can't run anymore. You just killed your Lipo battery. And I don't recommend running your Lipo battery. So you want to. That's why they have in the ESCs they have the voltage monitoring because and you can set the voltage to each cell minimum that you run. Like I keep mine at 3.5, so the EAC will detect like the voltage is at 3.5 and it will just stop running. That way you don't run your voltage below 2.5. Like I said, you can on each cell you can run the voltage. I would say minimum, bare minimum at 3.3 on each cell. So like a 2 cell, if it's not a high voltage, the high voltage, because now they well, regular lipos like on a 2 cell, 7.4 volts on each cell. So you're looking at 2.7, and that's basically at storage mode. But when you fully charge it, it goes up to no on a 4 cell, it's 4.1, I think. By that by 2, you're looking at 4. Not 2 sides. I think it's 8.4 if I'm not mistaken. Fully charged. So you look like 8.4, maybe 4.2 on each cell fully charged. So you started with 4.2, and the lowest you want to go on each cell is, for me, recommendation is 3.5 to be safe. So 8.4 total voltage on a fully charged 2 cell Lipo battery. So 7 volts total. Yeah, 7 volts. You don't want to go below 6.6. Or you asking for trouble. Yeah, when I first started using Lipo batteries, I used to burn my ESCs a lot, and I didn't understand why I was burning ESCs. Huh? This is like a brand new Lipo battery. And next to poof, magic smoke. They went the ESC. And as you can see, I use expensive ESCs. Beacon. In the FXR, they go about $100. Poof, magic smoke. Yeah, that's the voltage spike on Lipo batteries because of the dead cells or. So anyway, guys, I just wanted to show you folks my process on my Capo Ace 1 build. If you want to check out my build, my next build live stream, it's gonna be next Tuesday, 9 a.m. Hawaii Standard Time. Yeah. Thank you for everyone for joining the chat. For my next live stream, on my next live video. Take care and aloha. Shaka. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out.